So someone, that I love and know personally, good friend of mine, tells me that she feels overwhelmed sometimes because she feels like, it's very hard to pray to the ancestors, the guides, and the lower, and then to live your personal life and to serve them, and and also take time for God. It's a lot. I know it sounds like a lot, especially when you're an espiritista and or a palero and or a santero, and it becomes a lot serving all these spirits. But realistically, I'm gonna let you know how I do it, okay? So number one, I'm an espiritista and a servidor de misterio plus a caballo. So I got a lot going for myself. This is what I do. Some people feel that they gotta put hours into praying. You don't. You don't. Okay, I have been in voodoo long enough to know that spirituality is a lifestyle. It isn't something that you rigorously, subdue yourself to a routine where it's like constantly, stressful. Because spirituality should be joyous. When you approach your loa, when you approach your spirits, you should have joy in your heart to come before them. You shouldn't feel stressed like, oh my God, I gotta put an hour. Or, oh my God, I gotta pray for 2 hours or else I'm not gonna spiritually grow. Spiritual, that actually stops you. Being stressed, bringing that negativity to, your altar, that block in your spirit, bringing that to the altar, that actually is like, whoa. Because then your spirits are like, wait a minute, I don't want to stress you out, bitch. So now they're going to, back the fuck up because they don't want to stress you out either. They're not trying to stress you out. So realistically, this is what I do. And I'm going to put myself in the forefront for y'all to understand how I did it growing up. Number one, I used to be like that, all right? And it was my madama that, set me straight. And then I needed confirmation from my loa because spirit guides and loa are not the same thing. So my madama told me, she was like, first of all, where's the joy when you pray? Bitch, she caught my edges immediately. Because I was doing the rosary, but I was so focused on doing it right that I wasn't enjoying the rosary, all right? So I was legit and then I was also battling at the time between, damn, do I even believe in this? All right. So my madama just caught me by the edges and she's like, where's the joy? And I was like, well, listen, mamas, I don't understand what the rosary is even for. You know what I mean? I was just so confused. So boom, she explained it to me, it's about contemplating, the love of God for us. It's not about religion. It's not about, she told me to take religion out of the picture. If that's really what's taking me away from God, to remove religion out of my mind and to just envision that it is between me and God. You know what I mean? So she explained to me that the rosary was just a way to memorize and focus on God when you're praying. It's between you and God. It's a moment for you and God. It's not supposed to be something stressful. It's also not supposed to be where you thinking about politics and the history of Christianity and all this shit that I used to do. So she called my edges with that. Boom. Then I was like, all right, cool. So when it comes to why I'm not joyous when I pray to my spirit guides, it's because I was like, listen, quite frankly, I be feeling like I'm stressed the fuck out. I'm always got, I always got to put in hours and hours to pray to y'all or else I'm not going to grow. And she told me, grow. Well, she didn't really say that, but you know what I mean? It's just me. She tells me, quite frankly, that it's a lifestyle. It's not about, rigorous routines. It's not supposed to be stressful. She told me spirituality is about leaving your house and having faith and affirming that you are safe. Spirituality is about approaching your altar and saying good morning to your ancestors, to your spirit guides, and to your loa. It's about, saying good night. It's about just those few seconds of just acknowledging their existence in your life. It's about acknowledging, just a few seconds out of your day. Simple. Before you even be grabbing your phone, grab your spirits, grab your head, grab your soul, and have a conversation with your spirit. That's it. It don't even gotta be candles and services and cakes and bullshit for them to listen to you. They're already there. So quite simply, when she put it like that to me, I was like, all right, heard you, girl. Ever since then, my life with them has been completely different in a very joyous way. When it came to my loa, I had to go to my head. So I asked my maîtressa, I'm like, Miss Lady, I love you a lot, but do I really got to do X, Y, and Z? That's when the loa explained to me, bueno, baby, They made me understand that energy, for you to receive energy, you also got to give energy. It's not about always taking. It's about learning how to give back too. And within them showing me that just a few minutes out of my day to just have a conversation with them, that's energy. How else can you offer your loa services? Then the loa explained to me, my matresa explained to me, you don't always got to go out of your way to buy stuff. Serving your loa also means showing faith, also means being humble, also means trusting the advice they give you. That is service to them as well. It also means, when they tell you don't do this, you do that. That is giving service to them too. It's about being a kind individual. It's about taking accountability. These are services that we also give to them that's not physical. You understand? So it's like if you live by your spirituality, you are living the lifestyle of being a spiritual person. You don't have to set out an hour out of your day. Sometimes it's really about what do you do and how are you living outside the altar. You know what I mean? Because you can't be at the altar this almighty amazing being, and then when you leave the altar you don't even have faith in your spirits that you're going to be safe that day. You understand what I'm saying? So spirituality realistically is a lifestyle. And even with them, they told me, they was like, yo, it's just as simple as, saying, hey, good morning, how you doing? Or asking for a blessing, because you're supposed to be asking for the blessings of your Loa before you step out of the house. Let your Loa know. Legba, Belie, Anaisa, whatever your Loas are. You tell them, I'm stepping out and I'm going here. Walk with me and ensure my safety while I'm there until I get back. And then I can offer you a cup of water for that. Thanks for my safety. Look how simple that was. Boom. You just pray to them. You don't need a candle. You don't need... Some days, I don't even light candles. Realistically. Because I don't need to always light candles. They're already there. You know what I mean? So this is what I do. Now I'm explaining to you my weekly life. When I was a busy bitch, meaning I had my Botanica, I was going to college, I was hustling and bustling to get my shit did. Mondays, División Negra y División Blanca. That's just how it had to be. I served, because I don't like talking about the spirits that I served, but I served who I had to serve from the black division. I served my Petros, I served my Guedes, I served my Nagos, and I served my Radas on a Monday. Had to do it like that, girl. Then, Tuesday came, my Indios. Boom. 2 days. Then, when my life started to get a little bit more organized and I was done with college, I graduated, my Botanica was established, all that, I could go back to the traditional ways of doing things. So Monday, División Negra. Tuesday, División Blanca. Thursdays, Metresilis, la Metresa. Wednesdays, the spirit guides y la División Nago. Fridays, los Indios. Saturdays, for witchcraft if I had to get into it, girl. Sundays, no work. You know what I mean? So that's really how, my life is right now. Because thank the spirits and all the glory to God, my life is very organized now. So throughout the week, that's how my week looks. But before then, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's a lifestyle, baby. Do what works for you. Do not be stressed. Don't be stressed about it. You should not be stressed when you're approaching your spirits. No. A lot of people think that they got to be at the altar and really sit and meditate for hours. No, darling, no. Spiritual growth comes from more than that. It comes from educating yourself, from applying what you learn, from praying, from, speaking, from listening, reading, educating yourself, character development, learning how to be a better person, learning how to be humble, letting go of your traumas, letting go of behavior patterns that destroy the blessings that the Lord give you. These are all things that include spiritual growth. Growing. You understand? Growing into a better individual. That is spiritual growth. Not being selfish. Being humble. You know what I mean? Holding yourself accountable. Not being arrogant. Spiritual growth, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? And all of that spiritual growth helps you to open up your mind so that when you are approaching someone that you have to read potentially, you already don't have bias in your mind. Because if you haven't spiritually grown and you have biases like racism in your head or you have colorism in your head, the moment you see someone's appearance, you think you know them. But realistically, you don't know shit, because reading somebody spiritually means that you are looking past the physical. You have to see into that spirit's spirit. That is a soul, that is a spirit that you are reading. You shouldn't be looking at the physical. I would ask some of my godchildren, what do you see? They always hit me, with just the physical stereotypes. Like, girl, look past that, bitch. Look at the future of that person. Look at the past of that person. Look into what they've been through. Ask your spirits for clarity. You know? But how do you get there? You have to let go of so many layers of things. Like, spiritual growth is not something that you just do with prayer. It means literally shadow work. It means letting go of traumas and biases and stereotyping and letting go of all that shit that really just makes us human. Letting go of all that shit that makes us human. And returning to who you are as a soul so that you can read another soul. You understand what the fuck I'm saying? So, how do you get there? Well, it's very simple. You monitor yourself. You speak to your spirit guides. You get advice from your lower. Okay? You ask for the blessings of your lower. You ask for the gates to be opened by Legba. You ask for your spirits to open the ways for you to understand and to spiritually grow. Very simple, love. So, I leave y'all with that short little message that is highly important because I know a lot of y'all feel stressed out about, damn, when are you going to have time for yourself if you got to take care of all these spirits? I know it's a lot, but it becomes a lot if you make it a lot. Because I do not make it a lot for myself. Okay, love? You know, it's a few seconds or a few minutes out of my day. It ain't gonna kill me. It ain't gonna kill nobody. Because if you feel like it's stressful, even after what I just said, you just lazy as fuck. Okay? You lazy as fuck and you don't really care about your spirits. Because damn, bless the hands that bless you. And take care of the lives and the spirits that take care of you. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy with that. But I leave y'all with that. All right, loves. Luz y progreso for all of y'all. Stop being fucking lazy. I mean, you know, it also ain't laziness. I know some of y'all just didn't know. I don't judge you for it. But get your shit together now that you know. All right. Luz y progreso.